Okay, guys, something has to happen with Bitcoin in order for it to skyrocket and avoid a second dip within the purple accumulation area I've been talking about for so much. So, if we jump straight into the chart, I can break it down. And we're also going to talk about Mara stock as well. Got to stay updated with that, especially since we're on the weekend. Preparation for the next trading week is very important because Wednesday, October 29th, United States Eastern Time, 2 p.m., FOMC interest rate decision. This is super, super important. So I'm going to give you guys what I'm looking at on the charts and two ways it can play out and how I'm going to take advantage of it. Both of these ways just depends on what's going on with FOMC, right? So do remember everything I see in this video is just my own personal opinion, guys. I just like to share with you what I am doing. So please do your own research and due diligence before making any trades or investments. But either way, um, this purple area is very important because we dipped into it a decent amount. We didn't dip into it as much as I ideally always like to see, which is the zero point 0.5 on these retracement levels being reached. That one's at 99.5K. But we did reach into it all the way down to 103.5K. Very similar to this one. We didn't reach the zero point 0.5. This was updated during this time when I was recording this in June. Yeah, it was like late June or throughout the second half of June. But basically, the idea was that we did reach into it. It wasn't enough for me to be like overly optimistic and wanting to add aggressively, but it was a nice pump afterwards. We had other areas. I can't show you guys some from 2025 or 2024. But if you guys were watching by then, you guys remember we had some really good opportunities within short-term deep value. This one wasn't color coded properly, but I'm just leaving it like that. It just bounced off of it. So this is enough. It coming into this area is enough for me to be, confident that we're gonna start moving up higher. Although I need to see bullish confirmation. So I'm gonna explain. I do this all the time. So if you guys been watching, you already know what I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna say this for new viewers. But basically, before we jump into Mars stock, I'm gonna go over the confirmation I'm looking for, and then how that can look like leading up to FOMC and then afterwards, right? So the last FOMC meeting, the price was rallying into it quite a bit, and I kept saying, like, it was like a week in advance, and I kept saying throughout that week, hey, like, chances are the market's factoring in this highly expected 0.25 rate cut, and there's a good chance we'll just see the Bitcoin fall afterwards, and that's exactly what we saw. In this case, it's the same scenario. If we hold premium, or we're not in premium, we're not even in short-term premium really. But if we are actually in premium in the short term, leading up to the FOMC, then it's probably going to be the same scenario, and it can allow us to come down to the 0.5 retracement and fill that, or at least bounce off of it. But fill this 0.5 will be ideal. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more on that in a moment. But basically, I've been keeping track of this retracement. I always leave these on the charts like way ahead of time. Instead of doing like last minute changes, I drew this way ahead of time, following the price lower. I showed it with you guys, and I kept saying that just because the price rallies does not mean it has to continue rallying and go higher. All this is right here is a retracement, a short-term resistance from the high, which is an all-time high right over here, all the way down to the swing low. So this can just be a corrective wave. We are above this descending resistance, but it's not something I'm like super paying attention to. And the RSI has not fully really exhausted itself yet, and it's still holding premium. So the bullish momentum is there. But here's the thing. Yes, we had enough momentum to break into the short-term resistance. We didn't hit the 0.5, but we have enough momentum to hit it. We're holding higher lows at the moment, trying to see if we can make another higher high. But basically, I'm looking for this area to be filled a bit more. And this is what really has to happen. If we can hit the 0.5 or break it, so basically 115K, to me that when that happens, if it happens, because we're still in a downtrend, so we can just see a depreciation at any point. But if we do have the opportunity to see the price go up into this zone around 115K, then I will follow it up with a retracement. The idea here is that if we can break, and this has to happen for me to be actually like confident with this, but if it breaks the 0.5 retracement, that's enough bullish momentum building up within this correction where a higher low, so let's just say it tops out roughly at 115.4K, right? Just as an example. The idea is that we go up, we top out somewhere over at or over the 0.5 retracement, and then wherever it's at the time, this will be showing what the retracement looks like at the time. And then from there, the idea of it actually holding a higher low and creating a new short-term swing high and pushing higher is enough for me to be confident that this short-term purple area down here would not be filled again. But if we cannot break the 0.5 retracement or at least hit it, the possibility of this just being from going down, this just being a corrective move is high. And then we can see one more low somewhere around 99.5K, in my opinion, before the price then pops up and goes much higher and makes a new all-time high. So that's two ways, and I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to do with that. So if you've been watching for a little bit, you guys already know my overall strategy. Like a couple weeks ago, I documented for you guys a very simple summary of how my trading strategy looks like, how I break it down, and execute some trades. But if you guys are new, basically, if you go back, and I'm going to create a new one, I'm going to create another one explaining in a bit more detail. But as of right now, if you guys watched that video a while ago, or if you haven't, if you go back a few weeks on my uploads, you'll see it. But the price already hit the first level, 114.5K for my overall estimated bull market cycle top. This is where I start to close out core positions, but I'm not completely closed them out though. The next target is 128K, with my conservative bull market top being roughly 150K. So if you guys watch that video, you guys understand that I drew this well ahead of time. This has been here since last year. And we have the possibility of going higher. We don't have any strong, weakness or signals that, a bear market has started, especially with early stages of a rate cut. I feel like that might influence higher prices. But the chart itself, as of right now, I'm looking for a bottom now or soon. So what I'm going to do is that if you guys have been watching for a little bit as well, I have 50K invested into IBIT because I like Bitcoin underneath 120K. That's the current primary position for the swing trade. So what I'm going to do, if we continue to push up higher, we can either just break past this area and reach the 128K target for the next milestone for this bull cycle that I'm keeping track of. So we can either go directly up into it, but if we hit or break that 0.5, the possibility of a higher low is there, and I'll be paying very close attention to it, and maybe even increase position size if we break the swing high. So if wherever the swing high is after that 0.5, we hold a higher low. The moment the price breaks over that short-term swing high, then from there I may accumulate more because I have confirmation that, hey, chances are this short-term deep value isn't going to fill. And then from there, I'm either going to add more to the 50K IBIT or let it run. It depends how quickly it does it. And then I'll just close it at 128K, and then I'll look for the price to break over this area a bit more, and then indications of, where another higher low can be and to go much, much higher. But it can just directly go up as well. It absolutely could. But yeah, so if this continues to go up higher, that IBIT swing trade will be nicely in the green, and I'll just lock it in. Ideally, though, if we don't hit that 0.5, higher chances of us revisiting the purple short-term area, potentially making another low from this swing low, and then from there, I'm looking at accumulating BitU on the side of IBIT to complement it. So BitU around 99.5K. If we do revisit this area, ideally, I would like to see the price actually make another low and hit the 0.5 retracement, 99.5K. So that's what I'm looking for. Either if it goes up, it just goes up, it holds a higher low, or just goes up. Then from there, I'll just be locking in profit on IBIT. I'll be happy with that. But ideally, if we can see this come down, have one more low, fill this purple a little bit more, I would like to add BitU on the side. But as of right now, yeah, if the bottom is not in and we do have that opportunity, I'm not going to be shy to accumulate down here because I do believe that, and this always happens. It's happened last year, it's happened multiple times this year. These short term value areas just can't sustain themselves. We see a quick recovery out of it. Rather, it dips into a one, two, or three times. A quick recovery has always happened. So that's what I'm looking for. Mainly due to this being a bigger picture retracement from down here all the way up to the swing high. So this is a very like aggressive opportunity for me at least to accumulate. So that's what I'm looking for, either taking profit on IBIT or being able to complement it with BitU on the side. I already explained to you guys what has to happen for that. So now with Mara stock, if you guys are on the Discord, you guys already know how I've been approaching Mara. But if you're not on the Discord, there's always like trades on there that I don't talk about. I'm starting to put more trades on Discord that I don't talk about on YouTube. So it's just something to like, check it out, and it's all free. So the thing here is that we took a little bit of a unsuccessful puts, but I knew it was most likely not going to work out. So my position sizing was super, super small. And I just let the contracts expire because I really don't care. It was a very small position. But if you're on the Discord, you already know. But basically, in order for me to actually want to take a more aggressive short on Mara, and I'm explaining to you guys all of this in a moment if you're new. But basically, I want to actually see the price break over the 0.5 in order for me to want to. So I would like to ideally get a 2150 or 22 strike on puts. Depending where we are in the week, it will either be the same week expiration or the week after. But basically, I'm looking for Mara stock to fill this red accumulation area, based off of how we've been training this for a while now. Like I always use red as an accumulation opportunity. We had one right here. This was a lot of like short-term stuff. Like if you guys were accumulating here when I was recording back in February, we had a very quick opportunity to sell and take profit here. There was another accumulation opportunity, value gap, take profit, accumulation, 2 chances right here, blue extension, take profit zone, and then most recently we had a nice accumulation for a swing trade long down here, and take profit area was hit. So very, very nicely. So this is how I'm approaching this, although this time is a little bit different. I want to see this area fill more because the price had enough momentum to reach it. So really now what we're looking for is either the price to come down already, or if it for some reason has, sorry for that, but I clicked on the Ninja Trader ad. But basically, I'm looking for this area to fill more. I don't expect this area to hold the low because I do believe the low can be anywhere from like the 14s and the 15s. So we can probably see an average of like, somewhere between like 1450 being, because that's where a lot of these value for swing lows were. So ideally, I would like to see this area not just get filled, but actually break below it a little bit. But we can see, price just consolidate within this area for quite some time, like it did back here, consolidating. There may be a lot of short-term trade opportunities within it, but this is my next accumulation zone. I'm still using the same uptrend invalidation level. So if the price actually breaks below this, then we're done with uptrends. SLs will be triggered, and then we're actually looking for much lower prices, potentially even in the 10s or even in below 10. But if this area continues to hold, the idea is accumulation and also taking short-term trade opportunities within it. I don't believe the price will make a new all-time high unless it actually fills this area a bit more. So how I'm approaching this is I have no current open positions on Mara. What I'm waiting for is to see if the price can come down, break the 0.5, trade somewhere around the low 14s for me to want to begin accumulating. But what I'm looking for is this short-term resistance to get filled. So if we can, not just get filled, but break the 0.5 as well. If I can capture a 2150 to 22 strike, so 2150 or 22, they're all 50-cent spreads on all those options. There's no like in between. But 21.50, 22 is my target for strikes. I want to be out of the money when I buy them, so I can keep the premiums low. And then from there, depending on if I have this opportunity to buy, depending when I'm buying it, it'll be same week expiration or the week after. But basically, um, the overall idea is that we're going lower, and I want to let Mars stock do its thing until it, comes all the way down here, low 15s ideally. Um, in order for me to want to begin accumulating some swings, some extended like swing holdings, just like back here, we're traded within this area for a handful of weeks before breaking out. The idea is buying down here, but there may be a shorting opportunity within this yellow resistance. Um, it can easily max out, and we can see a little bit of price action above it. It just really depends. But right now, the idea is I'm looking for that 21.50 or 22 strike puts, and then this can just be a corrective move for the price to come down lower. So if you guys are like me and you always like to measure all of every movement, as you can see, this whole move down filled the retracement nicely, couldn't even close above it before coming down lower on these hourly candles. So the idea here is I am looking for something similar to happen here. We're in a downtrend, we're making lower lows. We're trying to see if we can, make a reasonable lower high before it comes down lower. So if we do, I'll be taking some shorts and I'll update you guys on Discord when I do. But as of right now, let's enjoy the weekend. Let's see how Mara, how it trades next week. But yeah, no trading on Mara right now. I'm just waiting to see if I can capture those strikes for some puts, for again to capture a continuation of this coming down lower, because this extension take profit area did what it had to do. There's no reason to be any more like greedy or like forcing it to go higher. We're gonna wait down. So shorting opportunity. If not, we're just going down more directly, and then there'll be another trade opportunity down there that I'll update you guys on. So let's see which one of the two pathways it happens. I'll be more confident this time around actually taking shorts within this retracement, because we have a lower high that was confirmed by this lower low, so I'm more confident with it. But again, position sizing is very important to me. I'm not gonna be over leveraged on it or anything. But yeah, I'm looking to see if Bitcoin can fill this area a bit more to make a higher low opportunity more likely. So I'll keep you guys updated to see how this trades. If we weaken, it can still hold the 120 moving average and push higher. But regardless, I'm looking for a second dip within the purple unless we can break this 0.5, and then from there, the higher low opportunity is more probable than a second dip within this area. So let's just see how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated on any trades on Discord, and then from there, we'll just continue to monitor Bitcoin and then see how that FOMC goes in a few days. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.